What did you think, Pete? Did they remind you of anybody or anything?
Your Queens of the Stone Age was very apt, especially at the end, and the gang vocals are great. It's like the best thing to come out of Missouri ever.
Yeah.
It is time.
All right, everybody, we're here on Galaxy Jams Reacts, and we're here with our special guest from Bred Raptors, Peat Rains. He's hanging out with us tonight, listening to music, and we're glad that you guys in the chat are listening to music and hanging out with us and doing stuff in the chat and having a good time. We're going to be checking out this band. It's one of my favorite kind of bands that isn't really known very well, but they're called Riddle of Steel, of course, after Conan the Barbarian, of course. But they're just one of those bands that have just great driving rhythms and guitar parts, and the drummer's insane. And there's actually some of the current members of this is a now defunct band, but some of the current bands that they're in are Train Dodge and Torch and Tilts and Russian Circles. They kind of split off into that, but this is just been talking about this band on the show, kind of comparing it to some of the bands that we've listened to, and so I thought I'd go ahead and bring it on here. It says Riddle of Steel. Let's check out Detroit Flu.
Let's get it.
He has a great voice.
Yeah,
it's unique, definitely.
Think of that.
Can't wait much longer for me to mend, for all of this to end. Oh hell, what's the use? So what if I lose? Just let me do this again.
So anyway, what do you guys think so far?
That little drop where it got kind of heavy. Love that. Love that.
What I like about them is they do so many different parts in all these songs, and it's really driving, and it really has this huge energy about them. And seeing them live and stuff like that too, they're just like this balls to the wall,
crazy live
all the time,
well,
like that.
It's punk, but they're doing some weird time changes too in it.
Yeah, I picked up on that.
Yeah,
and I love this album cover. It looks like a Tim and Eric sketch.
Yeah,
they have some pretty.
It reminded me of Queens of the Stone Age a lot, and then also reminded me of this band I like called Minus the Bear. And I think that I hear so many contradictions because the very beginning was this kind of like locked in, like off tempo, weird time signature thing, and then they just jump into this like nice. His voice is like way more smooth, than I thought it would be. For the type of music that it was. It was really interesting.
Yeah, we really got into this in a band I was in that Mike knows about, the Kill Circuit. And this is one of those bands that everybody would listen to in the band and be like, oh, yeah, you know how they do that change in that Riddle of Steel song? Let's try to do something kind of along lines of that or whatever, and kind of referencing them. So listened to a ton of these dudes in the past. But again, like I like all the different parts they go into. Definitely what you're talking about, unexpected things happen, and it's getting ready to happen again.
I've got the Detroit flu. I've got the Detroit flu. Think I got
They're like, we're out.
Yeah, peace.
Yeah, that was cool. I wonder what the rest of the album sounds like.
A lot like that. It has different tones and different things happening with them. And I know you can check them out in Bandcamp. Most of their stuff's on there.
Nice.
But they have like 3 or 4 albums out, I think.
Okay. Yeah, no, those, like you were saying, the time changes there were crazy.
They always did really cool stuff like that, and that drummer is just relentless.
Yeah, that's what I was picking up. And I'll find myself air drumming like just stuff like that. And I was like, ooh, oh gosh.
And I liked how he went through segments where he was either super open with the hi-hat open and just like laying on the crashes, and then he was super tight with, doing this really, really tight basic beat, which didn't just kind of held it all down. And I felt like the whole song, all I was thinking about was like dualities, like different, changes. And then lastly, for a 3-piece, they have a huge sound.
Oh, it's enormous.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
guitarist, he's the main singer is the guitarist, and the guitarist and bass thing, kind of some stuff in there.
Yeah, what did you think, Pete? Did they remind you of anybody or anything?
Your Queens of the Stone Age was very apt, especially at the end, and the gang vocals are great. It's like the best thing to come out of Missouri.
Ever.
Yeah. Definitely from St. Louis, Missouri.
Bar's pretty low, yeah.
Yeah.